All right, here we are, wrestling fans. Welcome to Ripon High School on this cold, frigid December night. It's going to be the first duel of the season for the Tigers after coming off of a weekend tournament in Campbellsport where they showed a pretty good finish. As you can see, tonight we're going to have a try. So here we have Ripon, North Fondy, Lomira, as well as Ripon's rivals, Berlin. We're going to start off with Ripon wrestling Berlin on mat 1. Lomira and North Fondy is going to be on the opposite mat. And then match 2, we're going to have Ripon versus Lomira, Berlin versus North Fondy, and then to finish the night off, Ripon will finish with North Fondy and Berlin versus Lomira. Right now they're going out just to see who's going to get choice to show first. We're going to be starting at 157. Tigers have a pretty small roster, quite a few people sitting out tonight too. So we'll see where they move things around. Let's see if we can actually kind of outtake Berlin. It'll be a close match between the forfeits, so there may be some key head-to-heads tonight that could determine on whether the Tigers can take home the W from the Indians of Berlin. A lot of new faces around. Coaching staff has gotten a little bit bigger over on the Ripon side, still coached by TJ Malogic. Assistant coach is Derek Craig. Lane Barnes comes back from playing football overseas to help out the Redhawks on the college team, and he's back to assisting as well as Ken Yang and Caden Jacobson and Devin Sorens. Over on the Berlin team, their head coach is Bo Yinneman. Scott Wagner is back to be an assistant coach after years of being at the helm for the Indians and kind of retiring from head coaching. And they also actually have recruited assistant coach Ethan Zaki, originally from Ripon. Remember coaching Ethan quite a few years ago in high school in Ripon. He's doing a lot of off-season Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff like that as he's gotten older as well, doing pretty well at off tournaments. So it's good to see him come out and help out coaching in some way, even though it's not at Ripon. Looks like Ripon's going to start off at 157 with a girls match. Trinity Treptow from Ripon. See if she can pull that elbow and start circling to her left there. Looks like she kind of just starts pulling pressure. She wants to try to circle to her left, try to stand back up and reset, which she does. Minute 30 in, 30 seconds in with a minute 30 to go. Goes for a pretty far shot. Didn't have her elbows in. Berlin's currently getting some near fall. Let's see if Trini can fight off her back with a minute 15 to go. From what I can see here, the girl's got her hand underneath her shoulder blades, which is a good spot for Trinity. She's helping her out. Now she pulls her hand out. See if Trinity can start bridging, try to clear that arm through. And Berlin's going to get the fall to put 6 points on the board. New this year, if this is your first time tuning in, WIA is now starting to follow what college rules are. So a takedown is now 3 points compared to 2. Still reversals are 2, escapes are 1, but as you start getting into near fall, each second is awarded a point. So 2 points for 2 seconds is 2 near fall, 3 seconds is 3 near fall, and then 4 seconds is 4 near fall. So you don't have to get to the 5 count in order just to get the 3 near fall now. It'll be interesting to see how that changes the strategy of the coaches and who puts, if they have them go down, neutral or whatnot, because you're going to see a lot of points being scored from their feet, I think, maybe a lot of cutting to try to take another takedown.
So pay attention to your wrestlers, to your referees' whistles, please. Connor Terhoogian
Ripon shows Connor Chardukian at 165. He's going to get the forfeit. Berlin didn't have anybody at that weight. It looks like there may be a double forfeit at 175. And it does look like Berlin has a 190-pounder at Troy Taylor, leaving Ripon without a wrestler until 2:15.
We're at 190, 190. Troy Taylor comes on the mat for Berlin and receives a forfeit.
So currently right now it should be 6-12 with Berlin leading. Going into 2:15. Ripon's got Jamison Brisky on the scorecard here, but doesn't look like they're going to show him. Not sure if there's a nagging injury.
Berlin at 2:15 is a forfeit.
So that'll put another 6 points on the board for the Indians, taking them up to 18-6. It looks like the Indians are going to send a 215-pounder out, bump him up to wrestle Owen Mueller-Wolf at 285. So definitely giving up some size here. Let's see if Owen can take advantage of it and put 6 points on the board for the Tigers and try to get a little bit, some of this deficit out of the way. The other match on the other side, North Fondy's on top right now. He's got Lomira in a pinning combination at 157. Owen's doing a good job pummeling in, keeping good, short arms, trying to control his ties. Doing a really good job getting him back up. Berlin did a good job rotating in to try to avoid the stall call. Berlin coach is calling heavy on the head. We'll see if Owen can match tit for tat here. He's got good inside control. See where he can work that from. See if he can get a slide by or go down to a low single or something. Both being a little cautious at trying to take that first shot, just worrying about the tie. Looks like the ref's going to give Ripon a stall warning on that one. I mean, both were kind of pummeling in. We'll see where this takes him. We'll see if Owen tries to drop down to a single, hard snap and go behind maybe. Essentially he wants to use his momentum, pull back, clear his legs, snap down. Berlin does have a really good underarm control on that right side. Owen's got to be careful on pushing into him. He could hit him with a lat drop and throw him to his back, which is what he tried to do right there. He's got 5 seconds. Let's see if he can hold off. 2-1. Just going into the second period, Berlin's going to be up 7-0. So you go feet to back with 4 near fall and 3 points for a takedown. It don't take very long. He's already halfway to a tech fall. Talking with people about the new rules, few people like it, few people don't. I mean, I'm all for it. I like to see everybody be aggressive from their feet. See if you can get that tech fall in that first 2 minutes. Berlin working across tilt, 2-on-1 underneath there maybe. See if he dives under. It's a lot of weight that he'd have to try to be pulling over. Definitely being undersized. Owen's got to pick his head up and try to use his elbow, get that clear. Berlin's starting to run a trap half. Gonna go into a drag back. Owen wants to keep circling those hips, try to put that hand on the mat. Berlin jumps over half on the other side. Kind of came through, rolled through. Berlin sags his hips back. Still getting his near fall. And he's going to get the fall with 1:03 left in the second period. Lomira gets a fall against Norfondi on the other side at 165, tying that score up 6-6.
Moving on to 106. 106.
So Tigers are going to go into 106. They don't have anybody there. They don't have anybody to 126, and it looks like Berlin has 106, 113, 120. So they'll put an easy 18 points on the board, really putting the Tigers in a hole here. Bryson Davis from Berlin's going to get the forfeit at 113. Scoreboard shows 30-6 in favor of the Indians.
Moving on to 120, 120. At 120.
Berlin going to show Giselle Jaimez. She'll get a forfeit, added another 6 points, taking it up to 36-6. So we'll get some action here, maybe at 126. No, we won't, because they do not have a 126 for Berlin.
Moving on to 126 is a double forfeit. 126.
So it looks like coach is going to give a double forfeit, moving Travis Cumber up to 132 to get some wrestle time here with Ray Ellis being out at 132. Try to get you a name here for Berlin. It's going to be Donovan Lemke, senior, going against Travis Cumber, a sophomore, at 132. Travis had a good tournament this past weekend, pinning a couple kids. I think he actually ended up on the podium. Been working real hard, trying to get better every year. Starts off with a real good single, transitions to a double. Got that cross leg trap. See if he'll kind of he's trying to leg ride there. He wants to try to stay cross body. He'll see where he tries to work from here. He's got a 2-on-1, tries to lift. He's going to get called for locked hands, lets him go. So it's going to be 3-2 right now. Goes in, gets that nice deep single. He's just got to keep circling. Elevate that, try to bring the heel up. Goes in, gets it nice. You can cradle from here. Try to drive up, scoop the head. He's got a half there too. Just got to get heavy on it. Ref gives him the 3 with the 1 escape. See if he just keeps trying to take him down and cut him. See if he can run up the score. Berlin goes for a nice slow sweep single. See if Travis can go whizzer wrist. He's doing really good head pressure. He wants to try to straighten that left leg out. Looks like he's going to try to half from the other side, but straighten that. Tries the hips over. He's got the head. He's got the takedown. He's got near fall. And he's going to get the fall with 25 seconds left. Really impressed with Travis there. He's really making headways, slowing down, taking his time instead of hurrying everything, putting himself in good positions, and it worked. And he got himself 6 points for the Tigers.
138 is a double forfeit.
Looks like 138 is going to be a double forfeit, so that'll take us up to 144. Does not look like Berlin has a 144 pounder.
144. Haas for Ripon at 144 will receive a forfeit.
Tigers showed Dominic Basil, but it does not look like he's wrestling. And that's going to be the duel. Ripon loses 18-36 against Berlin. Just a lot of missed wrestlers there. I mean, if they would have had a full lineup, they would have had a shot at it, but just giving up too many forfeits, you just can't come back from it. So it looks like we're over on the North Fondy Lomira match here. Looks like it's pretty competitive so far. You know, we were up at 190 right now, so 1, 2, 3 matches in right now. And looks like Lomira's up in points, 12-6. Time's going to run out. Putting Lomira up 10-1.
Match number 2 winner will be Berlin and Lomira.
Looks like it's going to be North Fondy's choice. He's going to defer. Lomira's going to choose neutral. I think you're going to see that a lot throughout the year. People taking neutral compared to down in recent years, you know. The 3 points for the takedown is just crazy. So if you can be aggressive from your feet and you're good at getting takedowns, why not go from your feet? North Fondy goes in for a single. Down block. Looks like he's going into right into cradle. Goes into cow catcher, cement job, however you want to call it. Going to drive it back. Gets his 3 takedown, putting him up 13-1. Goes to his back. If North Fondy gets off, he doesn't. It's going to be a pin, putting another 6 points on the board for Lomira. It's going to put us up to 215. Looks like it appears both have a 215 pounder. Which actually coach is choosing not to. Looks like he's going to maybe move their 215 up to heavyweight. Try to catch you some names. I'm thinking this is going to be Alexander Scar from North Fondy. Lomira did not send over weights with their wrestlers, so I have no idea who this wrestler is. Lomira has a little bit of size on him. We'll see who's going to prevail at the end here. Goes into a big hard tie clinch. Goes right into almost like a front headlock throw from his feet. Ooh, really aggressive with that crossface. We'll see if the ref is going to say something about it. Oh, which it does. It was legal. He didn't wind up, but he was pretty far back when he threw it. Threw the crossface again. He's essentially, I think he's going to maybe try to work a crossface cradle here. He's got pinky elbow there. Starting to drive it through. Drive head to knee. We got blood time green. 2 good cross faces, I guess that'll get you every once in a while on the nose, but it's all right. That's why we wrestle. Looking at the roster, Lomira has, looks like, pretty close to a full roster. A lot of physical kids. They ended up, I think it was D6 that they won the state championship in football this year. So they got something going on good there. Definitely with their program between wrestling. They've always been pretty tough one way or another. I want to say they did go down in conferences this year for football. So I don't know if that means they're going down to D3 for wrestling as well, just based off of enrollment, or if they're still up at D2. And this is actually the first year that the changes for the WIA rule, it's like the competition change. So actually quite a few teams, if you win state or you're competitive for X amount of years within wrestling, you can actually get moved up in a division. So I believe it is Fenimore from D3 gets moved up, and Luxembourg Casco actually moves up to D1 this year, I believe, just because they've been competitive so many years. And they've all had great programs throughout the years. You know, I mean, I remember wrestling back in high school. You always wanted to try to stay away from Casco because they were tough. They've always got good numbers, good program. Fenimore's always right there at D3 with Stratford, Coleman. Kaukauna at number 1. They don't have anywhere to go. They keep dominating every year. Which actually, if you guys aren't doing anything that first weekend in January, one of the best tournaments in the state of Wisconsin, the Cheesehead, goes on. It starts Friday night, goes into Saturday. Top-ranked nationally wrestlers. If you're not doing anything, it's a great tournament. Take your little ones out. Good day of fun. Great wrestling. Great competition. Jason Motter said he'd house everybody if he wanted to at his aunt's house. We'll see if he's listening. I get yelled at. So at the final of this match, I'm assuming there'll probably be a little bit of a break. I don't know if they'll roll right into it just with Lomira getting done. But as I stated before, Ripon will wrestle Lomira next. We'll see. The coaches may just say, hey, let's roll with it. So I don't know if the duel, like a tournament, has a time frame where a wrestler has to have a specific amount of time within matches. I believe so, but I don't know what that time frame is. And when you have small numbers like that, that's what you end up running into a lot, especially at these duels. If you got small teams versus small teams, the duel takes a matter of 10 minutes, and your wrestler has to sit a 30 minutes, so you guys are going to have, 20-minute of break time usually. So that's usually how it goes at tournaments. We'll see what happens tonight, though. We're sitting next to the old-timers, too, Donnie Greger and Herm Leitz, and they're even pretty quiet today. Usually they're pretty loud, but usually it's when Ripon's wrestling, so that's probably why you don't hear a whole lot right now. So, yeah, that's a good question. If somebody can answer in the chat, hey, who are the guys from the Muppets in the balcony? What are the old guys' names? That's what we need to start naming them guys over there. They've been following Ripon Wrestling for a long time. Herm actually even took over after Mark Bradley stepped away after I graduated for a while until Jared Esla came in and took over. And Donnie, his 2 sons, wrestled and just been a supporter of the program for a lot of years. When you talk about a diehard fan, that's what you look up a definition. It would be Donnie Greger and Herm Leitz, diehard Ripon Wrestling fan. Good to see a former wrestler in the house, Spike Jacobson, taking second at state his senior year. Him walking around with his little one here. You guys can probably see him just in the backside of the mat. It's good to see him back.
they're going to see the player from this that's going on. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to put this up tonight. They'll see it tomorrow. Sorry, I should have told you that.
Yeah, so still at 2:85, second period. Not even, looks like we're about 15 seconds into the period now. Actually, should. Lomira's going to get the reversal, putting them up 5-1. He's got a cradle locked up right now. See if he goes over to his left side there and tries to tip it back. Never seen a big guy go suicide, but he's got the cradle locked in, using the bottom knee and the hip, pulling his hands to his face, and he's going to get the fall with 1:15 left in the second period. Giving another 6 points to Lomira. So that's going to move us down to 106. I know North Fondy has one. Not sure if Lomira will show or not. Like I stated, I know I don't have any weights for them. It does look like he's going to get the forfeit. Lomira does look like they do have a 113. Man, North Fondy's got 5 people showing at 113, so they've got a good problem there. North Fondy pretty much has a full roster. Full roster, I mean, they can always move, like they show forfeit at 175, but they've got another 5 people at 165, so try to get you some names here. Seven seconds in, and his shoes come untied. In years past, that would have been a technical violation. I don't remember. I know they changed the rules somewhat so you don't have to tape them anymore, but I thought if it became a stoppage, you were supposed to have to, they would deduct a point, essentially, but ref did not award any points there. North Fondy gets in and gets the takedown. Doing a good job chain wrestling from one thing to the other. Going to snowplow, far knee, far ankle. Looks like he chopped the arm. We'll see if he goes in for a tilt. Looks like maybe he might try to bar it. Goes in, hits the tilt. Gonna get a couple swipes. Looks like he's holding 2. He's got to change position. Yep, he let the wrist go. 2 awarded. Breaks him back down, goes back up, works into that chop. He's got that 2-on-1. See what he tries to do here. Looks like he kind of puts a bar and tips him over. And Lomira's going to get pinned, giving North Fondy 6 points on the board, putting them up to 18-30 against Lomira. Good little duel we got going on here. So we're going to move on to 120. Lomira 30, North Fondy 18. Coach from Lomira is walking over. Not sure what he's... Looks like they're going to throw in, I'll catch her name later, throw her into the varsity match to score some points for Lomira. Or to attempt to, I should say. I'm assuming North Fondy is going to have Kale Humpner, and I'm not sure who is wrestling for Lomira. See if the ref gets aggressive here with stall calls or not, because she was backing up quite a bit, but he gets a nice, good snap down, go behind. Ankle pick, flattens her out. Gonna work a half on the right side. Another new rule this year is you don't have to have 2 points in as long as they're not touching the floor. So essentially that was good, but because she touched the floor, that's why they called it. If they would have been over in the corner and he would have had a toe, finger, ref would have kept it going. So that's another new rule change this year. So as you guys are starting to watch this season, you'll start to see that as well. Myra goes for a stand-up right away, does a good job, smothering her hips, working into a cradle now. See if he tries to take head to knee. Jumps sides, goes to half on this side. He's got that in deep, and he's got plenty of room here. Lomira doing a good job, fights through. Looks like he's going to award 3 near fall. So again, that would have been 3 swipes of the Lomira wrestler on their back. Lomira's going to get an escape, taking it 8-1. So there's where a point was deducted because a hair tie came out. So surprised the wrestler in the last match didn't get deducted for a point for his laces, but North Fondy goes in for a double, goes right to her back. Goes doing a really good job working up to that half, and he's got it in deep this time, and he's got the trap on the opposite side. He's got 20 seconds left, and he's going to get the fall, putting another 6 points on the board for North Fondy. So your score right now for team is going to be 24-30. So it looks like we've pretty much had either forfeit or all pins on this duel so far. Nothing really going to the distance. So we're at 126 right now. And 4 matches left after this, so right now for the duel, it's anybody's game. North Fondy goes in for a shot right away. Holding the head. See, does a good job rotating, facing again. Goes back into a double. Meyer does a good job getting double unders and goes for a trip, outside trip. Doing a good job keeping him, holding him there. He's going to try to probably cross over, extend that arm on the other side, transitions into a half on the left. Going to get 4 near fall. using that head as a coffee grinder. See if he goes for a suck back. Transitions over, still got underarm control. Gonna go to that 2-on-1. See if he tries to let him pop up and work that tilt, or if he tries to work a bar in there. He's gonna dig it out. Work a ball and chain here. See if he goes half. He's got a bar in. Ref's gonna stop. I'm assuming call potentially dangerous there. He did say technical violation. He had the ball and chain on one side, so I don't know if he lifted it up too far, but usually that's just stopped and called potentially dangerous. Not a technical violation, but he did try to put a bar on that side, so I'm not quite sure what he called on that one. Digs deep half on the right. Norfani doing a good job working up. He's just got to pick his head up and try to scooch his hips away. Goes in, another deep half. Doing a really good job going from one side to the other, try to work whatever he can get. Again, kind of using that head lever, trying to dig that arm out maybe for that ball and chain again. It's going to be end of first period. Lomira's up 7-1. Goes right into a chop off the whistle. Lomira doing a good job trying to turn and face, but now he's just, he stopped moving his hips and Lomira followed him right around. Looks like Lomira's going power half on the left. Keeps that trap. He's got bar on the right side with the trap. He's going to try to take that elbow over. Shoulder over, I should say. Starting to get near fall. He's got a minute left. He's got plenty of time here. He's just got to stay patient. He's going to get the fall with 1:07 left. So at the end of 126, score is going to be Lomira 36 and Norfani 24. So that moves us on to 132. Norfani really needs a win on this one if they want to stay in it for the duel with 3 matches left. It's a hard snap. Does a good job getting behind. Ref's going to call it out of bounds, so it's 3-0. Good job transitioning into that ankle pick right away. Works a half on the right. See if he'll rake it back. Kind of pulls him back down to that hip. Picks that ankle up. It's going to throw the near ankle. Lomira doing a good job. All fours trying to still fight and come up. Needs to just pick his head up a little bit more. Maybe try to kick out right now. Norfani's still in control right now. Tries to drag it. Does a good job sprawling and gets the reversal, making the score 3-2. Oh, Norfandi he was trying to sit out and he just kept his hips in too tight. Lomira decided to put a cradle in. He's got a couple swipes here. See if he can try to get hip to hip. Norfandi does a good job fighting the hands. Looks like there was 4 swipe there, so it's going to put Lomira up 6-3. He's got a half in on the left. Switches sides as he falls to his hip. 10 seconds left. He's getting his swipes. We'll see if he can get the fall. 5 seconds. Just ran out of time. That's going to give him 4 swipes, putting the score 10-3 going into the second period. Looks like it's Lomira's choice. He's going to go neutral, which I think is going to be a common theme that you're going to see if we get into the second period. Not very many are going to go down, I don't think. Both working hard for position. Got 2 hands on that. Ref's going to call him out of bounds. Norfandi goes in the shot. Meyer does a good job at stuffing it. Turns around, gets 2 takedown. Putting it 13-3. Jump side, gets a half, turns him over. He's getting swipes. If he fights off his back, that'll be match. And he's going to get the fall with a minute left in the second. Giving Lomira another 6 points, putting it up 42-24 with 3 matches left. That should seal the deal for Lomira on that one. So we're going to be at 138. Looks like Norfandi's going to have Landon Kemick. Myra goes in, gets that single at the knee, pulls it up, transitions right up into almost like a claw. He's just going to cut him. 3-1. Norfandi goes for an ankle pick. Myra essentially did the same thing there. Just had the head almost ankle pick, but just up at the knee, gets right into a half. He's got 55 seconds here to work. It's a lot of time to try to fight, and that half is deep. And he's going to get the fall with 49 seconds left, putting another 6 points on the board for Lomira. Lomira wrestler definitely seemed a little more seasoned in that one. So that's going to put us up to 144. Thinking this is going to be Colin Weber, based off of he's the only one on the roster with the name Colin for Lomira. Gets in, gets a double. Gets a takedown, goes right into a 2-on-1. Looks like he's going to cut him. Like I stated before, I think you're going to see a lot of that this year, a lot of cutting, trying to work from our feet, especially in the earlier season of it, so people can get used to it. Kind of spins out of that one, gets a 2, goes right into a cradle. He ain't going to let him up from here. Oh, maybe he will. Norfani does a good job fighting off. Myers got that leg in on the left side. Goes to a cradle with the leg in. I've never seen that before. Hits a cradle somewhat. It's not locked, but not quite sure why the ref called him out of bounds there. Oh, nope. He called the fall. Everybody thought that he called him out of bounds. Even Lomira's coach is like, why'd you call him out of bounds with the new rule? But yeah, he ended up calling the fall, so that's another 6 points. With our last match here going in at 150. Looks like Lomira's got Merrick Lasecki. Does a good job controlling, pulls him down. Just nice hard snaps to go behind. Works up to that leg. He's going to pull him into the center of the mat. Just going to go to that hip block trip. Falls on top. Gets a takedown. Going to cut him right away. Goes in, tries for a double. Norfani trying to control that arm with a 1. Does a good job at fighting that off and going around, getting go behind. Goes right into a tilt. Looks like he's got showing 4. And he's going to award 4. Putting the score 9-1 right now. Goes into that hard claw ride. Kind of got that leg in, just trying to Turk, so he's probably going to try to Turk it over, see if he can work into a cradle or just Turk it over. Looks like he's past 45. He's going to start getting the swipes here. Did a really good job being patient with that. Slips out the back. 3 awarded. Goes right in for the okey-chokey. Norfondi does a good job fighting out of that one. See if he goes in a near side cradle. It's 12-1, and that's going to end the first period. Lomira up 12-1. Looks like it's going to be Norfondi's choice. He's going to defer. Lomira's going to ride. Kind of interesting call. He's working really good from his feet, but I suppose if he's dominating from the top position, you don't want him to try to get into position and maybe be out of position and get thrown to his back when you're up 12-1. Does a good job, pulls that arm out, goes near side cradle. Meyer's doing a really good job at trying to fight off everything that he's throwing at him, but breaks him back down. Doing a good job controlling over that top of that leg. Looks like he's digging it out. See if he'll run the pipe. Norfondi did a good job fighting that out. He's got that leg. If he keeps circling to his left, elevate that heel, he's going to step over. Could possibly get the reversal here. Lomira goes right into looks like he was almost trying to work a spladle in there, but Norfondi does a good job staying patient, works out the back. Quick sit and reversal there. It's going to be 14-3 with 30 seconds left. Looks like he's just going to go into Butcher, see if he can get some points here and try to tech him with the near fall.
Code.
15 seconds left. He's got swipes. He's got the 4, so even if the period ends at this note, it'll be a tech fall. And he's going to get the fall with 3 seconds left. That's going to be into that duel, putting Lomira up, winning 60-24 against North Fond du Lac. So more than likely we'll be here for a little break. We'll see. Ripon does wrestle Lomira next. Looking at the roster, you know, so many forfeits given up, it's going to be hard for the Tigers. So really what the Tigers are going to want to do on this match is just go out, try to work a match and see what they can get done here and just try to individually improve per wrestler. So yeah, we're going to show Lomira versus Berlin right now. They're starting at 190. They chose because they got a lot of forfeits. They're going to call illegal headlock, I'm assuming. Potentially dangerous, maybe. Yep, he went past the elbow. So basically he had an illegal headlock. He went below his elbow. Digs into that big undertie, hits the headlock again. We'll see if Lomira can hip over, push that elbow off, does a good job. He's still fighting. Berlin just does not want to let go of that. He's committed to that headlock. If Lomira can get it out, he might get the takedown. That should almost be, no, maybe not counting near fall yet, but it was pretty close where he could have been in that danger zone. Myra's going to get the 3 takedown there. Matt returned, never left both of his feet. Works right over into a half. Ripon and North Fondy are meeting with captains right now currently. .30 seconds left, calls it out of bounds.
Ripon versus North Fondy will be starting with 2 JV matches. 2 JV matches.
Ripon's essentially going to start off with some 2 JV matches. Looks like Trinity Treptow is going to go out there.
Trinity and Ella.
So this essentially will not count against the dual score as it is JV matches. Just trying to get some more mat time experience. And with the girls wrestling getting way more popular, it is nice that some of these girls can wrestle other girls. And in Trinity's case, she's the only one on the team, so she can start trying, be a little more competitive for her instead of having to go up, against a 144-pound guy. Gets the takedown, doing a good job keeping her hips. She's got to keep all that weight. It looks like she's got a half on that side, working into a cradle. Just got to be careful not to get too far forward. Goes into a suck back. She's got to get off her knees, though, because she gets reversed there. Just was too high. Does a good job sneaking out the back. She's going to spin, get behind. She's going to get 2 reversal there. She's got to bring her hips back. She's getting really high. The North Fondy opponent could really grab her head and try to go out. She's doing a good job. She's working in a cradle here. North Fondy trying to go on the outside of the leg and turn in towards her. Trinity does get the cradle locked up, but she pulls it out of bounds, so they'll reset in the middle, ripping up 5-2. Over on the other mat, currently Lomira's up 7-0, and he has Berlin on their back with 1:40 left, looking for the fall. Lomira's going to win at 190 pounds with a fall with 1:30 left in the second. Right off the bat, Trinity goes for that crossface. She's got that arm. She was looking for a cradle. Now she transitioned into a half. She's got to sink her hip back, take her time. There's plenty of time left, 20 seconds. She's doing a good job at trying to drive that over. Just keep walking, and there she gets it. 13 seconds left. See if she can try to walk towards the head a little bit, and she's going to get the fall with 8 seconds left. And over on the other mat at 2:15, Berlin's going to get the fall with 1:21 left in the first period. So we're going to have Vasquez from North Fondy and Moeller from Ripon. Moeller being a first-year wrestler here. Vasquez goes in, tries to get on her dump. Moeller does a good job transitioning right into a cross-face cradle. Good job transition. Now he wants to go hip to hip, so he wants to start walking towards his right. He's got it locked up really tight. We'll see if he keeps walking. He gets it tipped back. He's got plenty of time here with 1:30. And he's going to get the fall. Excited, first time wrestling match, right? Moeller's going to get the match in the second JV match here. Let's see if that gets everybody fired up and gets them ready to wrestle. All right, so we'll officially start the duel for Ripon at 165. So they're going to show Connor Chardukian. Connor, first-year wrestler. Played football, decided to commit and kind of come out for wrestling, and I think it's going to help him out, especially with his football.
Connor Chardukian for the Tigers.
He's just got to be a little careful. He's getting a little too close, his feet too close together, which is going to put him off balance. So he wants to keep a nice wide base here. Don't cross his feet. Control the ties. Norfani goes in for a nice little double. He's got the legs turked, split. See if he works right up in. He's going to go into that claw and try to turk it over. Really should be under the arm for that turk, though. Does a good job. Pulls it over, goes right into a half. See if he starts walking around towards the bodies pretty far up top. Connor doing a good job fighting it off. He's got 1:10 to try to fight from here. Norfani doing a really good job keeping his hips down, staying heavy. Connor does a good job, fights off, goes right into that single, so he's down in points, but let's see if he can pull this in, start circling to his right there, and see if he can get 2 points reversal, or at least try to get one here. Norfani's got that cherry picker there. I'm sure Connor's not liking that right now. Over on the other mat, Berlin bumped up like their 215-pounder up to wrestle the heavyweight, and he's going to get the fall. Putting another 6 points. And over on Ripon's mat, looks like Connor's going to get pinned. Giving the Oreos 6 points. A lot of growth there, right? I mean, first time wrestling. I do believe he wrestled this weekend. Just needs some more mat time, more practice time, and it'll all come. Connor's actually only a sophomore, so he's still got another 2 years left after this year. We'll see where that takes him. So we'll have a couple forfeits here, which then will take us all the way up to 285. Owen Mueller-Wolf.
Any hosts out for North and final at 8 for North Final will receive a forfeit.
Over on the other mat, they're up to 113 right now.
215.
So Ripon will show Owen Mueller-Wolf at 285, and it does look like they will bump the So over on Ripon over here, we got Owen Mueller-Wolf, and it looks like North Fondy's going to take their 215-pounder up to heavyweight, Alexander Scar. Owen does a good job fighting that off. Owen's definitely got some weight, so I want to see him hit a hard snap here, bring his feet back, use his weight. He just needs to drop him to that elbow. Just be a little more aggressive in that situation. Trip or lift, one of the two here. Looks like he's trying to tip him forward. Does get the lift and goes backwards, so now he just needs to keep all his weight on top. Looks like he's going to work a half on the right. Just got to understand where he's at. He's technically still in right now. North Fondy trying to get in the inside. He's got to pull him forward. He could actually, he's got almost an okey-choke. He could have took it and over to the right side, but North Fondy's going to get the escape. North Fondy's pushing into him really hard. All he's got to do is just snap him down and go behind. Just getting sloppy on his arm position there for Ripon. Goes to a throw by, gets him down. He's got a headlock locked up. See, he's got 20 seconds left. He's got to get his weight on top. Oh, can't be much there. Get his weight up top, 10 seconds left. And he's going to get the fall with 8 seconds left in the first period. North Fondy did a really good job fighting there. I mean, you can tell he's given up about 60 pounds, 60, 70 pounds there. So did a good job, trying to get some more mat time. And, thankful for him, too, to, give him Owen some mat time as well. Otherwise, he would have just took a forfeit. So now we're going to have quite a few forfeits here all the way up until we get to 126. We're going to switch over to Berlin-Lomira match here. We got 113. Berlin is up 10-0 in the second period with 1:26 left. He's going to get some more near fall. He's going to crawl up top.
He'll receive a forfeit for North Fond du Lac.
So you got 3 near fall there.
120, 120.
Ref stopped it for something. I'm not quite sure what he stopped it for. Something illegal of some sort, which is going to give him another point. So that's going to put him up 14-0. All he needs is a turn or something, and that'll put him up over the 15 points and get him the tech fall. Myers' coach is going to go out and challenge and try to understand what it was that he called. So it looks like over on Ripon's mat, they are going to bump Travis Cumber up to 132 instead of the 126 match.
132, we're at 132. Cumber for the Tigers. Sonnenfeld for North Fond du Lac. Cumber and Sonnenfeld at 132.
So we're going to leave the Lomira match and go over to Ripon. And it's going to be Travis Cumber versus Owen Sonnenfeld. Travis goes in, gets a takedown. See if he tries to lift or if he cuts him from here. He's got that 2-on-1 down there. Working that cross face. Looks like he's going to post, goes right into a cradle, tips it over. He's getting near fall. And he's going to get the fall with 1:21 left in the first period. So good start to the night for Travis. 2 wins on the night, 2 pins. So they're going to go to 138. Ripon's going to end up forfeiting again.
Kevin for North Fond du Lac will receive a forfeit at 138.
Myra goes right into a nice little side head taking cement job there. She just wants to take that arm high as far as she can. Just got to be careful on how she bends it. Yep, ref's going to call potentially dangerous. Over on Ripon's mat, we're going to have Max Haas. Norfani goes in, gets a single. Max does a good job fighting it off. Another first-year wrestler here. Do a good job staying heavy on his feet there. Norfani just keeps trying to go in for that single. Max is doing a good job. See if he can snap it down, keep his body weight back. Hard snaps, try to bounce him down. Norfani does a good job fighting through it and goes into the double. Looks like he's going to try to dig the arm out there. Running across, we'll see if he goes for the fish. Max does a good job, keeps fighting, gets his arm back. Norfani goes over to a bar, or just half on the left side there. Max doing a good job fighting it up. Let's see if he can kind of work up to his feet here. Norfani getting pretty high on that half, but he gets it over. Max has got to try to bridge through. Oh, and that just sunk it in even deeper. 20 seconds left. Let's see if Max can fight off his back here. And Norfani's going to get the fall. Ref telling him to settle down a little bit on the celebration.
Shots for North Fond du Lac, a winner.
And that's going to be the end of the duel. North Fondy beats Ripon 54-12. So we'll switch back over to Lomira versus Berlin, which is actually turning out to be a pretty good duel, especially considering that they gave up quite a few points in forfeit. So Berlin's really trying to fight back here, but they are going to hit a spot in their lineup here where they're going to be giving up a few more forfeits as well. But really impressed with what Coach Yineman is doing with that Berlin team. Aggression definitely at their 215 and their heavyweight. Very good matches.
Axel for North Fond du Lac will receive a forfeit at 157.
Myra's up currently 13-1 with 1:30 left. She's got a half on the side there. Lets that go, takes that arm high. She's going to get forward near fall here. So if Berlin somehow gets out of what she doesn't, it's going to be a fall, so that'll be another 6 points on the board for Lomira. So that'll take us up to 126 in this duel. They started at 165 as well, which led into 2 forfeits, putting 12 points. And then Lomira came out at 190, got the fall. Berlin followed it up 2 matches with a fall.
North Fond du Lac 66, Tigers 12.
Which get a forfeit at 126, forfeit at 132. So that'll take us to 138. I apologize. They actually do have a 132 pounder. It's either Donovan Lemke or Cody Nowicki. Both just currently fighting for position. Myers got the single, switches to outside. Looks like he's looking for a trip there of some sort. Berlin does a good job getting a whizzer. Ref's going to call him out of bounds.
JV matches on mat number 1, Lomira versus North Fond du Lac. Stringle for Lomira. And Roses.
Both working on wrist control. He goes, tries to hit a sweep single.
JV matches.
Myra works right into an underhook. He goes right into a whizzer. Good whizzer to put his shoulder right down in the mat. Goes in, hits him kind of with a cow catcher. Blocks him. See if he switches to a front head. Both just reset. Kind of goes for that cow catcher again, or a Smet job. Transitions down into a double. See if he can keep him in. Both are out. .35 seconds left in the first period. Gets a nice little dump there. Working that 2-on-1. We'll see if he tries to let his hips go up, hit a switch, but Berlin gets that arm back. Doing a good job trying to knee pound out. Works up to his feet, so we'll see if he can do that right off the whistle. Hit a stand up, knee pound forward, back pressure, and try to get that one with only 6 seconds left in the first. Goes for a nice quick little stand up. 4 seconds left. We'll see if he can cut him. See if there's enough time. See if the ref wants to call stalling. Berlin bench is calling for it. Did almost look like he never did try to lift or return. And he just kind of almost let him out of bounds, so Red's going to get caution on top. We're going to switch over to the other mat for a minute. They're doing some girl matches over here. Just some individual bouts, JV matches. We go back over to the duel, Berlin versus Lomira. Lomira's up 3-0. Really anybody's match on this one. Lomira really likes having that underarm control, and he is always looking for that trip. It's going to go right into a nice freaking fireman's. Goes transitions up into a half. We'll see if he can rank it. It's 3-3 right now. Does a good job, follows it up. Oh, he just stayed. He got his legs too far underneath him. He just had nowhere to go. Lomira just did a really good job dropping his weight down. Took him to his back. Looks like he's got a bar in on the right. See if he pulls him back in. He's got the trap wrists. Technically, they're still in right now. There's an arm. He's going to bar it over. Getting his swipes. 40 seconds left. See if Berlin can fight off their back from here. Lomira's trying to reach in, bring that arm out, try to take that elbow off of the mat. You get 4 near fall there. Putting the match at 13-3 with 28 seconds left in the second. Red's going to get a caution again. That's his second one. Does a good job. Almost went for a switch. Worked back up to his feet. Hitting a switch right away. He's going to get it. So he's going to get the 2-point reversal. Putting it 5-13 with 15 left. He's trying to work on, lift that ankle up, and he's going to run out of time. Berlin in control, third period. Coaches are saying, this is your match, you got this, you're still in it. Do believe Lomira's up over there 7-3. She's going to get the fall. Over on the other one, they went neutral in the third period. Lomira got the takedown, putting it at 16-5. Working that underarm control. He's trying to work a half on the left with the trap on the right. Good stand up from there. Definitely think, it does look like Red was pushing him out a little bit. Definitely could have warned him there a little bit for a stall call. Tries to go up to that stand up and then transition to a switch. He's got a lot of back pressure. He got that 2-on-1. He's got to try to use that elbow and free his hand. Knee pounds forward. He's trying to go knee pound to switch. I think if he tries a knee pound and then he just comes up, Lomira might eventually just push him out of bounds and see if he can get that caution, but goes into a sucked back, turns and faces. They still say Lomira's in control, gets that back trip, which is what he's been kind of looking at all match. "20 seconds left on the clock. He'll get the 4 near fall. 10 seconds left. Let's see if he can get a turn. See if he can try to work for the major. Or, sorry, for the tech fall. Nope. And that is going to be a tech fall with 5 seconds left. Adding 5 points to Lomira. If that one would have went the distance, I think that would have been the first one all night that we would have seen actually gone the distance. So still working on some JV matches over here. On the other one at 138, Berlin will be forfeiting, so Lomira's being awarded that forfeit right now. They'll go to 144, which looks like Berlin will forfeit.
Spot holds the winner for Lomira.
144 is going to receive a forfeit over on the match. Which I think this is going to end up putting it to the end because I don't think Berlin's got any more wrestlers. They got forfeit at 150, and I don't think that they will show at 157 either. So Lomira showing at 165. So it'll be a forfeit at 157. Bringing us to 165. Don't think Berlin looks like it's going to be Emelina McConish, and I'm assuming I don't have a name for the Lomira wrestler because they did not add any weight, so I don't know if they worked this into the duel. It does say 157. We'll see if they put any points on the board for a duel afterwards, but Lomira's going to get the takedown. Works up transitions. Looks like she's going to go power half on the right. She's getting a little high. Breaks her down. She's got the half on one side, but she was on the other side, so we'll see. She jumps sides. She's trying to crank it back. Berlin does a good job of using that and coming straight up. Trying to work her hips down, 2 hands on one, try to break it. Some point in time, the ref does got to put a stall call here. She's got to try to return her to the mat. Surprised he hasn't called it yet. And Berlin's going to get the escape, making the score 3-1. Tries to go for a hard snap. She gets behind. Goes 2-on-1. We'll see if she drags. Goes behind. Oh, tried going for the throw. Just wasn't there. Didn't use the momentum enough. She was kind of standing straight up. We go 3-point takedown. And he called the fall. With 24 seconds left in the first period. That appears to be the end of the duel. Lomira winning 59, Berlin 17.
So 3 JV matches first. Rest of the weight brackets.
So we're going to go 3 JV matches for this before the last duel, which is going to be Ripon versus Lomira. Ripon just trying to get in some matches here, some quality matches, you know, competition, build some confidence in some of these wrestlers. A lot of first-year wrestlers. So I believe this should be Jacob Moeller at 157. Looks like over on mat 2, Norfondi and Berlin are going to have a couple JV matches as well. Berlin goes in, hits a nice double, see if she can crawl up and keep her flat and see where she works to see if she works a fall. Looks like she just got a half on the left. Transitions over to the other side. Does a good job, jumps sides. She's got the trap on the one, half on the other. Just needs to scoop that a little bit deeper, lift the head up. She's got plenty of time with 1:15 left. Berlin's going to get the fall. So we're going to switch over to Ripon's JV match here. It's going to be Jacob Moeller, senior, first-year wrestler. Goes in, gets to the single. Meyer does a good job pounding on the head. He's got that leg kind of half on the other side blocking. We'll see if he can straighten that out. Could work in a spladle there, but he doesn't know where that is. Meyer does a good job staying with that leg, crawls out the back. Jacob's got to be careful. He does a good job aborting, starting over. Sits out. Oh, he should have just turned and faced. He actually hugged him. And Lomira's going to get the pin. Just first-year wrestlers, never really seen positions like that. And, you know, you still got to fight and grind. It'll come. We'll see where he's at by the end of the year. Looks like Ripon's going to have Laquan Moore, and he's going to be going up against Mr. Cash Agamite, which is a familiar name. Went to Ripon up until this year and then transferred to Lomira. Had Cash in middle school. We'll see if he made some improvements from last year. Laquan being a first-year wrestler, he's just a freshman as well, so this is freshman on freshman. Khan's got a good job controlling the inside ties. Goes at 2-on-1. So underneath, you could drop down. Cash does a good, Meyer does a good job of just bringing him down. Spinning behind, looks like he's gonna work a cradle, tips it back. Gonna get his near fall. Giving him 4, so he's gonna make it 7-0, puts in another cradle. And Lomira's gonna get the fall with 52 seconds left in first period. So we're going to switch over to the Berlin-Norfondi duel. Looks like they're going to be into the duel now. So they're starting at they would have started at 175. Norfondi's got 6 points on the board. Berlin would have forfeited. Berlin was looking for that head throw again. Norfondi seen it coming, dropped down to a double. Now he's got him on his back. Over on the other mat, we're going to have John Valdez Moreno. Had John for youth quite a few years ago, so I'm happy to see him back. This is only going to help his football out. He's been starting lineman as a freshman, so we'll see where he can go here. Definitely giving up a little bit of weight. He's about 130. It looks like maybe they're about even, but he's got to get his arms short here. Doing a good job getting physical, staying inside. Needs to sag his hips a little bit, going up for that head throw. Doing a good job keeping that inner arm control. Wants to work that left hand in. Goes down for a single. Doing a good job staying with it. Drives through and gets a double. Now he just got to sink his hips back. He's keep that leg there. Straighten him out. Sag his hips. Doing a good job fighting. You see him come up half. Goes into the half. Stays on top. He's got it locked up. Sag his hips. Stay. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go to his right. Wants to start walking towards the head a little bit. Stay nice and heavy there. He's got 50 seconds left. Plenty of time here yet. Doing a good job digging his toes in, staying nice and heavy up on his chest. He just wants to keep walking towards the head. Now he slips in the half, turns over, see goes the other side. And he's going to get the fall with 28 seconds left, and this is exactly why I wanted him to go back out for wrestling. He's got that grittiness, that determination, and it showed right there.
Mat number 1 is now starting at 175. 175.
All right, so we're going to officially start the duel here for Ripon at 175 pounds. It's 0-0. We'll be giving up a forfeit right off the bat. So we won't have a match until 285.
Lomira at 175 will receive a forfeit. Moving on to 190, 190. Seltzer at 190 for Lomira will receive a forfeit.
It's another forfeit at 190. It's 12 points on the board. We'll add another 6 here at 285. Or sorry, 215. My bad.
Rhythm at 215 for Lomira. Will receive a forfeit at 215.
So first match of the duel really essentially be at 285. Owen Mueller-Wolf going 1-1 tonight so far. See if he can start it off for the Tigers and put 6 points on the board here. Meyer goes in, hard collar tie right away. He's going up. Owen's working that cross clinch. We'll see if he can step in front. Myra's going for the head throw. Slips out. Owen just got to get the takedown. Stay nice and heavy. Use his weight. Either trip back, trip forward. Myra goes for the roll. Tuck that arm. Owen did a good job sagging his hips. Didn't follow it through. He needs to stay off his knees, stay heavy on his toes, put all his weight on him. Lifted up, came through. Myra's just going for that roll, so he's going to have to make sure that he's tucking that arm. Well, it looks like he came down on his shoulder maybe a little bit. He's going to be okay. So when he's doing that, what Lomira's just looking for is he's fine with him coming up, holding that arm. He's just going to try to tuck that, try to hit the Peterson. He did a good job at sagging there, but he's going to get locked hands. Coach tells him just shrug it off. It's okay. Stay in that leg pry. If you watch right away, Lomira grabs that wrist. He's looking for that Peterson roll. Gets away, so it's going to be 2-3. Ripping up. Both going hard for that collar tie. Fighting for position. Hits that slide by. That was nice. That was very smooth. Takes him down. Now Owen's got to pick his head up, and he's got to try to work from the bottom. He's got to work from the bottom and come up. Try to get out. Try to get back into this match. Myra trying to work almost a half. Well, now he switched to a half on the left side. He's got the trap on the right. He's got 15 seconds left. Five seconds left. He's got to be careful coming up, not to put himself in a cradle position. That's going to end the period 5-3. Green's choice, he's going to defer. Red's going to take neutral. Both going for that collar tie right away, pretty hard. Both standing pretty straight up. Like to see them both sag their hips a little bit. When we reach for that collar tie, going to take him back. See if he can pop his hips and drive into him. Nope. It's not enough. Myra's going to get to the three-point takedown, putting it 8-3 right now. Digging him out, trying to dig his hands out. Looks like he's going to power half on the left. Minute 13 left. He's got the half in on the side. Looks like he's trying to rake it. Going to now get the trap on the right. Looks like he's going to stop it for blood time here. We'll switch over to the Berlin-Lomira match right now. Berlin up right now in the duel, 12-11. Oh, against North Fondy, I apologize. Berlin and North Fondy. Berlin's got Malachi Kajabushki out there. So they have a pretty good lineup with their 215, 285, and then they go right down into that 106. So if Berlin had a full team, they could be pretty dangerous. They could definitely be in a lot of these duels, but just giving up the forfeits that they are, it's just a little tight. Coach is telling him put head in the hold. Looks like he turned him over. He's going to take that arm high. A minute left. He's got plenty of time here in the first period yet. Looks like he resets. Currently 35 seconds left. It's 15-2. Goes right into a cradle. He's got to either pin him here, and he does with 29 seconds left, putting 6 points on the board for Berlin. So we're going to pan back to Ripon with blood time taken care of. Ripon is down 8-3 right now. Minute left. Hits a hard chop right up top. Doing a good job tripoding up. Backing up and see if he can grab wrist control. Keep his hips down. And he gets the one. So good way to start the match off. Right out of blood time. Gets his escape. 4-8. Like to see him shoot in on that low single when that Lomira wrestler reaches, but definitely is a battle of ties here. Just got to stop turning his head. He's got to stay square up. Now he's got both on. Start pummeling down. Stay heavy on that head. He's got to be careful that Lomira doesn't hit that slide by again, especially with how far out he's reaching, keeping that window open. There he goes. Definitely a physical match here. With that takedown, it's going to put Lomira up 11-4. Owen will have choice going into the third period. Coach is going to tell him to go neutral. Owen definitely looking a little gassed here. He's got both arms inside, or he's got to start pummeling in on the left. Oh, and Lomira hits that slide by again. That's with him extending that arm so far. He's just looking for it. Almost goes into a switch. Had a good job looking for it, but Lomira caught him. And they're going to get the fall with 1:24 left. Over on the other match, it looks like North Fondy won at 106 here.
Holstein, the winner for Lomira.
So now Ripon won't have another match until we get to 126. Current score, Lomira 24, Ripon 0. So it looks like it'll be a double forfeit at 106, so we'll go to 113. Where Lomira will receive a forfeit. Over on the other match, we got Berlin and North Fondy wrestling at 113. Berlin up 18-11 in team score. North Fondy winning the match currently 3-0. Transitions up to a half, drops him down. We're going to pan back over to the Ripon match. Travis Cumber is going to show at 126 against Lomira. Travis 2-0 on the night right now. Let's see if he can make it 3-0. Gets in on that low single. See if he keeps lifting up. Does catch him. Kind of has him in a half. Does a good job. Resets, gets the takedown. Starts working underarm control. Keeping that deep waist. Throws that leg in. So it looks like Cumber's going to let him up. They're going to go neutral. Start back up from his feet. Scored 3-1. Lomira goes right into the clinch. See if he can get that low single again. Keep him moving. He's got him moving back and forth. Goes 2-1, switches back. Got wrist control. Goes in for the double. Lomira stuffs it, but it looks like he's going to lift up. He just needs to be careful. Watch for the trip. Gets him down. Got 2-on-1. We'll see if he rolls it under. 30 seconds left. Got half. Goes crossface. Got that deep waist, ankle lift up. Just got to be careful. Can only be on that for about 5 seconds. They're going to be out of bounds. Green's going to be up yet. 15 seconds. Let's see if Travis can keep him down and go into the second period on top. Goes right in chop. Switches 2-on-1. Deep waist, far ankle. He's got 8 seconds, so just wants to hold him down here. That's going to be the end of the first period. Cumber up 6-1. Looks like it's going to be Green's choice. They're going to choose neutral right off the bat. I think a good choice. Lomira goes in for the shot. He stuffs it. See if he can bounce it down. Transition to a shot of his own. Goes into a roll. Doesn't get anything. Works into his ties. See if he push pulls. Goes to that sweep single on the left. Does a good job. Shoots into a double. Goes right into a body lock lift. Gets a takedown. It's going to put him up 9-1. Goes right into that deep waist and ankle. See if he can break him down. See if he can work that chop. Maybe work into a tilt. Goes cheap tilt back there. Crawl up. See if he hips up. He's over the top. Gonna work that cross wrist. 50 seconds left. He's just gonna cut him. Bring it back to the middle. He just needs. Lomira's got that underhook on that one side, so he wants to try to get that back. Just be careful. Lomira's definitely gonna look for a throw here. He can take a back trip. He needs to work underarm control. Circle back up. Now dip underneath that and shoot again. Got 20 seconds left. Coach is telling him, hold him down. He let him up. Let's see if he tries to get one with 15 seconds left. He's got 10. It can happen. 10 seconds. As soon as Lomira reaches, he does go in for that single. And he's going to get the takedown. Putting the score 15-3. Going to be Lomira's choice, so we'll see what they do. Lomira's going to ride. See if he can get a quick escape here. Sets off. Grabs wrist control. Does a good job getting that elbow in there to block. He's got to be careful. Lomira's definitely looking for that throw because he's down right now. No change in points here. So let's just see if he gets away. Starts over. He's going to get his one. See if he can go behind. Going to get the takedown here. And that's going to be match. Good job sticking to the pace. Good hard-fought match, winning it 19-3. Travis goes 3-0 on the night. A lot of improvements from last year. A lot more poise, very patient. So we'll have a couple more forfeits. Looks like at 132, 138. Ripon will show at 144. Max Haas, I'm assuming.
Barrett for Lomira will receive a forfeit at 132.
Hank, you'll get the forfeit at 138. So we'll have a match at 144. It's going to be Colin Weber and Max Haas at 144. Again, Max being a first-year wrestler. Weber's going to take him down, cut him. Going to get another takedown. Coach is going to tell him to cut him again. Yep. And I think they're going to get unsportsmanlike on the push. If he's cutting him, I think they say they just want him to let him go. You don't have to push him from there. Myra goes in, gets a single, takes him down. It's going to make it 9-3. Works up into a half. Max got to try to work up to his base. He's going to try to run the pipe here, so he's going to go across, take him over. Max got to try to post that up. Did a good job at trying to fight it from there, but he's got that awfully deep. And he's going to get the fall with 44 seconds left in the first period. Yeah, just a couple more forfeits, and then that'll be it on the match. So that's going to end Ripon's night, losing all 3 duels. Had a couple good matches in there, right? Travis Comer going 3-0. Good night for him. So definitely a building opportunity. First dual meet of the year. Ripon's going to go down in conference, losing to Berlin right off the bat. So we're going to have to make some headway. They got Winneconne coming up on next week, Thursday, which is going to be another tough opponent. We'll be here, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Thinking we're on some more JV matches over here as well. Oh, actually, I lied. We are going to get another match over on Ripon. Connor Chardukian's going to show at 160 here.
165.
We'll see Lomira, and Lomira is going to show. So we'll have one last match for Ripon for the duel tonight. See if Connor can take what he from his first match and adjust from there. Still, his feet are still a little close together. I'd like to see him spread out a little bit more, a little more on his toes than his heels. Meyer working them heavy snaps on the inside. On the other mat, the duel's going to be over. North Fond du Lac's going to beat Berlin 59-24. Meyer goes in on the single. Connor does a good job getting to his hip. He's just got to be careful to reach too far back. Meyer gets a takedown with minute 15 left. He's got that 2-on-1, works the tilt. See, Connor does a good job rolling through. No points awarded. Looks like he's working that butcher underneath, so he's going to pull that in, flatten him out, walk the head. Connor doing a good job fighting it off, staying heavy on that hip on his right side there. He posted that foot out, but he had the arm and not the head, so he couldn't quite get the cradle in. So Connor's got the leg. Let's see if he can circle out. Nope, no change of position here. .15 seconds left in the first period. That's going to be the end of the first period. They're going to go in the second. Lomira up 3-0. Connor did a good job fighting off of some of the positions that he got in, not allowing any back points. But they're going to go into neutral. Green's going to defer. Red's going to choose neutral. Hard snaps from Lomira. Connor's got to be careful backing up so he doesn't get a stall call. Meyer goes in, transitions into that single. Gonna lift that, keep it turked, goes right into a half. Getting swipes now for near fall. Coach telling him still keep bridging if he can get out. Meyer does a good job pushing him back in. He's gonna get the forward near fall, putting him up 10-0 with a minute 11 left. Minute 2 left in the second. Lomira's up 10-0. There goes for a chop right away, gets to that 2-on-1. Transitions into a bar. He's got the bar and trap. 50 seconds left. He's trying to walk the head. Connor doing a good job fighting it off. Ziggy got his wrist free. Doesn't have a whole lot of weight, but he does have that arm. Does look like, yeah, he's working on the butcher again. See if he can pull him over. Connor's still fighting it off. Had a couple swipes. Transitions into the Cowcat cement job. Lomira's going to get the fall with 10 seconds left, ending the duel. So Lomira is going to win the duel 72-5. There's going to be one JV match left. So as I stated, Winneconne comes to Ripon next week. Going to be a tough one for the Tigers. Hopefully they can get a few more people healthy and try to be a little bit more competitive on those. Couple good things. You know, coach is going to go back to the drawing board, figure some stuff out, try to get some kids healthy, and try to progress throughout the season, right? Always just try to get better, get more mat time. So a lot of new wrestlers, a lot of time to go. So Trinity got the takedown, 3-0. Working the cradle. Doing a good job pulling that arm across. She's got the half on this side. She's just going to keep running it. Like to see her maybe rake her into her hip. There, she's got her broke back down. Now she's got the half. She's got to try to get elbow deep, stay chest to chest. She's got the trap on the one side. Drop her chest back a little bit. Ref's going to call potentially dangerous. She's going to get the forward near fall, so it's going to be 7-0. Hits leg pry right off the bat. Catches that 2-on-1. Trying to throw the near ankle, see if she goes into a butcher. Just got too far up front, which then gave Lomira her leg. Doing a good job fighting. Lomira ends up getting the reversal off of it. Lomira got high. See if Trini comes out the back door. She's going to get the 2 reversal. 15 seconds left. Got her on her back. And she's going to get the fall with 11 seconds left. And that's going to be it for the night. So hopefully see everybody on Thursday. Glad to be back on wrestling season, and everybody have a good night.